Vanessa Chambers, Patty Kunkel, Elaine King, Sylvia Vokes, Juliana Corver, Lynn Warren, Becky Zalek, Annie Kreml, Gail McCall, Tita Ugalde, Des Redding, Annie Lehman Young. Those are Hall of Fame female disc golfers. Real female disc golfers. You know, those ones that kind of paved the way for all the other female disc golfers. You know, those real women that we talk about. And now all you dickheads want to jump on all these female disc golfers. You really going to attack all these female disc golfers? You're going to attack Catrina Allen? What's going to happen if you have all these disc golfers that get canceled, huh? What's going to happen then? There's going to be no female disc golf. All you ass kissers of Natalie Ryan, you're a joke. What are you supporting here? You're not supporting women's disc golf like you think you are. You're supporting your own agenda. You're supporting what you think is the right thing, because let's just give everybody what they want and let everybody do everything they want to do whenever they want to do it, because that's how the world works, and everything works that way. That's how society functions properly. We just let everybody do what they want because it makes them happy. Fuck everybody else. Now I got another list. Kristen Tatar, Catrina Allen, Paige Pierce, Missy Gannon, Hannah Blomroos. Number 6, Natalie Ryan. This is the top ranked women in disc golf, based on the Disc Golf Pro Tour point system. Owen Scoggins, Ella Hansen, Holland Handley, Evelina Solomon, Haley King, Valerie Mandujano, Jessica Weiss, Sarah Hokum, Macy Valdez, Kat Murch, Deanna Carey, Heidi Lane, Jennifer Allen, Maria Olivia, Sai Ananda, Lisa Fakis, Alexis Mandujano, Annika Steen, Vanessa Van Dyken, Alex Benson, Juliana Corver, Rebecca Cox, Madison Walker, Holly Finley, Aria Castruda, Emily Beach, Kona Montgomery, Katie Tate. Sorry, I'm going to butcher some of these European names, but I love you. Stacy Haas, Sarah Gilpin, Stacy Ronsley, Jenny Engstrom, Cynthia Riccotti, Erica Stinchcomb, Laika Lorenzen. I know who she is. She's awesome. Ellen Widboom. Love her. Sylvia Sarin. I'm going to butcher these names. I'm sorry. Hannah Hun. Allie Smith. Christine Jennings. Chloe Alice. Not a real one. Callie McMorrin. Casey Pennington. Jenny Karpinen. Raven Klein, Zoe Andyke, Lydia Lyons, Olivia Kenstedt, Danny Clyden, Chantel Badinsky, Tiger Borth, Lindsay Fish, Lori Merman, Melody Castruta, Caitlin Belty, Sandra Richardson, Alyssa Pearson, Leah Tizanaji. She's on the board of directors and she's supportive of this transgender bullshit. It's fitting that you're dead last on all that. Okay, you can support transgenders, you can be supportive of them being what they are, but you got to draw the line somewhere. If you draw the line at any pro female disc golfer that is not supportive of this, that thinks that it's not fair to have men in women's sports, and your whole thing is, I'm not going to buy their disc, I'm not going to support them, I'm not going to do this, then you're not supporting women's disc golf, period, at all. Just on its basis, you're not supporting women's disc golf. You're supporting one person. One fucking person. That person does not represent women's disc golf. That is not the representative of women's disc golf. The women that I named at from the get-go of this, that is women's disc golf. And on that list, you can go ahead and add Kristen Tatar, Paige Pierce, Catrina Allen, obvious, Jessica Weiss, Holly Finley. Add these women. Add these, Missy Gannon, Valerie Jenkins, I'm pretty sure is on there. I'll probably mention it, but add them to it. There will not be a Natalie Ryan on the fucking Female Hall of Fame. That's where the line needs to be drawn. Okay? No one, I repeat, no one gives a shit if someone is transgender or not. No one cares. That has no effect on anyone's life. No one cares. We don't care. I don't care. But when you are stepping into territory that you don't belong in, it's not your territory. You don't get that. You use these words, you change the entire dictionary to what words mean to fit the narrative that you're pushing. You call people bigots and anti-trans and TERFs and shit when they're not that real thing. That's not really, based on the definition of the word, I am none of those things. Obviously, I'm not a TERF because that's trans exclusionary radical female. I'm not a female, to your knowledge, but I'm not a bigot. Just because I have this line that I drew in the line. We all have this line that we draw in the line, and where is yours? Because it seems like that there's so many people in this world that have no logical line drawn to where they don't care. You should just accept everyone and everything should be everything. Just let people do whatever the hell they want. And that's not how it works. You're changing the language to fit your narrative, to make yourselves out to be some victim, and you're making people feel sorry for you. We're not those things that you say. The word hero these days, think of what the word hero means these days. Someone's a hero because they come out as transgender, or they come out as gay, or they come out, they say something, they just simply do something brave, like they take off their makeup on a fucking TikTok. Oh, she's so brave because she did this stupid thing. Like, no, that's not what brave means. That's not what a hero is. It's pathetic. And it's what is happening. It's why people are so afraid to say what they want to say. It's why these athletes, and we don't even know that this is all true. I mean, that these people have said these things. There's just a lot of people going out speculating. So I don't know that that's what Catrina said. I don't know that that's what any of them have said. So before you get to the point where you're hating on them, get your facts first. But you can see that this is what they wanted. They wanted something to feed off of, to immediately jump down the throat. I mean, maybe that's what Catrina thinks. I hope that it is. I hope that all of them think that, because it's true. You know, my whole stance hasn't really been that I'm worried about whether or not there's an advantage or a disadvantage. I could give a shit less about the advantages or disadvantages, because there are obvious advantages to being a male, especially before puberty. That's documented. We know this. I'm more on the side of common sense that it's fine if you want to be transgender, but just remember, there's a line. You have a limit. The line was created when you were created. Whether you are happy with who you are or whatever is irrelevant. We don't control that. You don't control that. But that doesn't mean you get to change the entire dictionary. You can't ignore facts. That's where you lose respect. You've lost so much respect for people because you take things so far and you ignore facts. Men can't get pregnant. This whole... You see how it goes? Like, you go so far with that. And all this other shit, it makes it look ridiculous, and you lose respect for people. This is why people are just so fed the fuck up with it. They're just afraid to say it because you've taken the language and you've turned it into this other thing where everybody feels like, oh no, I don't want to be called a bigot. I don't want to be called this, even though you're not that. I'm not a fucking bigot, you morons. Could give a shit less if someone is transgender. That's fine. Whatever. It's a mental condition, and you should deal with it properly. But whatever makes you feel fine, you're a grown adult, you can make that decision. You make it as an adult. Don't care. But you shouldn't be allowed certain things. If you're born a man, you should not at any point in your life be allowed in a women's locker room or in a women's sporting event. I used to be supportive of, let's bring transgenders into sport, because I want more people in the sport. And I still stand beside the fact that the best way to do it, that they should have done it in the PTJ, is instead of creating a separate division for trans, create a division that is trans inclusive. And these women that think, oh, well, I don't care, I'll play with them, it's totally fair. Let's see if that's actually true. Do they actually believe that, or are they just saying that? To some degree, I was okay with what they did, but then they had to throw in the whole that getting you a sex change and all that stuff before puberty is like what you have to have done, which is practically nobody. And anybody that has had it done is it's not a good thing to have had happen to them. I mean, there's no studies that have really done that. There is one, and that person committed suicide. In case you don't know how the whole thing started with John Money and I don't know the other weirdo, these pedophiles that basically ruined people's lives for an experiment that you all continue to support these days. And you've just taken it and you've changed all these words and this language and the meanings of these words and created these words and pushed these words to make people feel guilty when they shouldn't, because most of us don't care. It's like with the whole this whole thing with Uganda. It's like, you're gonna not allow people to be gay? It's like in America we don't care. For a long time it was all this, oh, we hate gays and we hate gays. Everybody acts like that's the way we were, but we really weren't. There were some that were were because of those Bible thumping weirdos. Like, why do you care who someone loves? No one cares. We're beyond that. But no, now we got to have something else. We gotta make everybody out to be evil and bad because they disagree with a certain little aspect of it. Suddenly, all the white guys are the worst people in the world now because we're the only ones with the balls to say anything. Apparently, that's what it seems like. At least, like, good God, that's all I hear about. All you hear about is the complaints from white males. Probably because it really doesn't affect us. It really doesn't affect me. You're not affecting my sport. You're affecting women's sports. I support women's sports. So that's my point. Is that it's all been flipped to make you feel guilty about something that makes perfect sense, and now we're here. Maybe women are actually coming out and saying what they actually feel, but it doesn't matter because, God forbid, an actual woman know what an actual woman is. I mean, what are the odds of that? Like, how weird is that? You want us to shut up because who are these white males telling us how we are and how it is and what we are? Okay, leave it up to the women. And then the women say something and it's like, turf. The whole thing, what are we doing? The whole thing is just a hilarious, it's not even hilarious, it's just sad to see people hating on Catrina Allen and all these other women, saying they're not going to support their brand and all this stuff, because we knew it was going to come eventually. It was bound to happen. I still don't even know that it's true. So number one, let's say that I don't know that all those comments were true. Why are we not focusing? So we don't know that all those comments are true or not. So we'll find out at some point, I'm sure, any day, any minute now, probably. So this is what we knew would happen, how people would react. These Natalie Ryan supporters, for some reason, think that she's more important as a woman than all these other actual women. And it's pathetic. To see the things that you say, it blows my mind. That there's no way these people support disc golf. I wonder how many of them are actual disc golf supporters that commented on her Instagram and all that. How many of them are actual disc golfers, or just people that she knows, or people that are in the LGBTQ community that support her cause? Because I can about bet you most of them don't play disc golf, don't play any kind of sport, and don't really give a shit about the sport. So that's my theory, though. So what are you supporting? Are you supporting disc golf, or are you supporting a person? Because there's no way you're supporting disc golf, because this sport has stood the test of time for a reason. Women's disc golf is women's disc golf. You can bring in all this bullshit that you want to bring in, but it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna work, and we're not gonna stand for it. It's quite enough of all you weirdos trying to support this absurd notion that men can be women, or that men know what being a woman is like.